All right, what's up, guys? I'm getting set up here. About to break a lot of weights because we've got some weight orders, but Jeff's over there pouring weight, so I've got to start breaking weight. Just getting set up, though. I'm making the kingfish leaders for Bob Hall Pier as well because slide line is about to be on. Be on. Yeah. Give me a second and get set up over here. That. All right. Oh, what's up, guys? Got William, Juan, Roger. What's up, gents? How y'all doing? It's been a minute since the YouTube channel has actually gone on the first time. Normally, I have to do like 2 or 3 sessions to get it to go right. And it finally went through this one, so good to go. Just trying to get stuff over here. Got a buddy who's fished with you a long time ago. Noe Campos. Yeah, yeah, it's been a minute. Um, Roger finally make it into a live. Yes, sir. William Doty, simplified though. Oh, yeah, let's see. Get this one. Oh, oh man. We'll get some more coffee. Hold on real quick. Give me a second. All right. Yeah. I'm also waiting for a guest. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. Ray just here breaking weights, boss. We got orders. Game macros may be back. I don't know. Especially for them. They used to pay. So the deal with the way I kingfish too, I'm able to get my baits far enough out there, casting, but with braid. However, when you're kingfishing, I would highly recommend using monofilament as your top shot because the monofilament can take the amount of abuse from that snap swivel sliding up and down your line and burning it up. So, what's up, Rachel?
Hey guys, how's it going? My glasses are
Another
so cute.
day, another day in paradise.
I know. Tell me about it. Hey, can we find the guy who altered our pier? What the heck?
Actually, there's a few that have already done that.
Like,
Um,
what are they thinking? Like,
so this is the conversation I've been having with a lot of fishermen from East
mm-hmm,
Coast and West Coast, and they know it's a new pier, so everybody's like, "Ah, don't touch it, don't touch it." I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like
oh,
the holes on the pier create a safety barrier because one, the rods ain't laying against the floor and they're long and in the middle of the walkway kind of deal. Yes, the
mm-hmm,
pier is wider, this, that, and what have you. However, when you hook up a fish, You have to move around them rods, either over them or behind them or under them, and it
Oh.
creates it's a barrier, like it's a safety barrier. And right now, with all the trip hazards that are already on Bob Hall Pier, you don't want to add more to it. You want to remove them. So by putting holes in the pier like the old pier used to be, where they're angled, you keep the rods up like this. Everybody kind of knows that designated area. But if you're laying
Mm-hmm.
rods on the floor, that moves. They don't always sit in the exact same spot all the time, so you don't remember that. You know what I mean? And it becomes a trip hazard. So that's the argument I've been having back and forth. And yes, I could totally agree. Not everybody should go out there and just drill holes anywhere and all over the pier, but they definitely need to get with the fishermen to find out where the best place to put these rods or
Mm-hmm.
these holes for the rods, and to where they're going to be beneficial and not hurt the pier. Because also too, if you have a point like this on a corner, you don't
Mm-hmm.
put a rod holder right next to an edge, because all you're going to do is crack the wood. It's going to break off, and then you eat the wood faster. You got to put it a certain amount of distance from that tipped area to allow it to actually function properly and last through a long time. They may come back, well, we didn't pay all that money to have them put holes, but at the same time,
You got to be able to fish.
you got to be able to fish. And do they want no holes in the pier, or do they want lawsuits on the pier? Like, which one would you rather have? I'd rather go with holes on the pier, so that way nobody gets hurt. Everybody, and you learn. You'll learn after a while. Hey, you got to kind of watch out for this area and this and that, and you know what I mean. And rods aren't on the floor. Some people use 15-foot rods on a
Right.
pier. Overkill. 10 foot is probably the best you want to go with, unless you're slide lining, which means you're not casting it every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, I've been having that
You
conversation, and
know,
people are getting upset that I'm defending them. I'm like, well, it's
how
more,
much
it's
is
bigger
how much
than.
was that pier? And it never dawned on a government employee to touch base with some fishermen to be like, hey, where should we put these things? Like, you can't make this stuff up.
Oh, this ain't the first time. This is not the first time. They had when they did a remodel of Bob Hall Pier, and they put in all
Mm.
the new handrails up to spec and this and that. They
Cole
didn't
Park,
talk
you
to us
mean?
either, huh?
Cole Park? You mean Cole Park?
No, Bob Hall. No, Bob.
Oh,
They had an upgrade on. They're replacing the handrails and stuff like that. That's when they put in the extra slots. Well, they were complaining, trying to ban sharkers from the pier, because they were blaming us for the damage
hmm,
on the front handrails. And I said, why are y'all blaming us? And they'll go, well, y'all are the ones that lower people up and down the pier, and y'all are the ones that mess them up. I said, which railing are you talking about? And they go, the front rail. I said, well, who told you that? Well, the engineers. I said, well, the engineer's a moron, because we don't launch off the front of the pier. We launch off the back of the pier. They're like, why do you do that? I said, because if we get hit by a wave while getting lowered down or raised up,
hmm,
if we lose the track of that rope, we get pushed away from the pier rather than into the pier and into the pylons. And they kind of looked at each other like they weren't expecting an actual real response.
right.
They were just trying to like shut us up. And I'm like, no, that dude's a moron. Like, or he may know his engineering, but he don't know crap about fishing. So if
Fishing.
y'all want to do stuff to the pier, it's what we're here for. Like, we're gonna help you because we want a better pier. We don't
Right.
want to hurt it. We don't want to damage it. We're not out there just trying to mess it up. We want it to a good pier.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
I gotcha. Well, it's always fun, right? And then I wish they would have waited until it was completely done before they said it was open to the public, because it sounds like there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be finished before they opened up the pier. So,
the
but
lighting is horrible,
mm-mm-mm.
horrible, horrible. Have you
But
been out
people
there at
want to
night?
get reelected. If you live in precinct 4, you need to vote for Michael Hall. Do not vote for Brent Chesney. Just
They,
saying.
the lighting is horrible. And actually, I think I have a video here, and I'm going to show y'all again real quick why the lighting is horrible. And I could just tell y'all about it, but we actually got video of it the other day. And if I could find it real quick, I'll show it to y'all. I don't know what kind of time frame you got. I know we didn't really discuss that, but I wanted to try to bring you on so we can kind of discuss what's happening with the with the Inner Harbor desal plant,
Hmm.
because they put that back on there. And now they're moving forward, kind of deal. And like, I think we're utterly getting screwed over here. So,
Yes.
but real quick before you start that, let me show this video real
Yeah, sure.
quick so you can see what's going on. So our buddy, he took the video, but
Mhm.
these are my rods right here. Come on. But you see that? See how quickly, by actually having regular white light on there, you see they're black, and that's
Yeah.
actually a bright green. I always encourage the bright green. Yep, it's because of the lighting. The amber lighting turns bright colors dark.
Oh no.
And that, yeah, when you're out there fishing, you cannot see your line. You cannot see where the fish is going because there's no lights under the pier. It's a very dangerous situation waiting to happen, kind of deal. One, because say one rod gets tangled up with another, we cannot literally see the lines because once it's black on black,
Game over.
not, you get game over. Yeah. So
Wow.
that, and there's some major trip hazards at the end of the pier. I didn't really pay attention to the left because I was primarily on the right side, but on the right side, that main stretch of concrete that goes up like that, there's about a 3/4 inch to a 1 inch gap or step up from the wood to the concrete. You can see where they put the concrete to cover it on the ends, but the main walk section up this way, yeah, it's a big trip hazard all the way through. So, and I was talking to a buddy of mine. I was like, "Hey, watch out for the trip." And I described it. He goes, "Dude, I'm standing right on it, bro." I was like,
Gosh.
"Great
Yeah,
fishing."
it's crazy how we've managed to, in the last several decades, give so much power and control to the government who is half-assing everything. Like, especially here locally, like they are just half-assing, but the price tag is at an all-time high.
Oh yeah,
What's
yeah.
what
Because
what
go ahead.
seems to
Sorry.
be happening right now with the Inner Harbor plant is that they did bring it back for discussion. And the mayor has been, and Peter Zanoni, Mark Scott, Roland Barrera, those four have been, they won't, that, like, it's like a rabid dog with, rabies. They've got their teeth clenched into this thing and they won't release. Like, they won't release this project. And we can't understand it. There are people that are now involved that don't understand why they won't let it go. And we're trying to figure it out. There was a break in some information last night. I don't know. I shared it with you, Albert. I don't know if you want me to share it with the group. Hey, money.
No, that's why.
Oh, money. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was in their
Because he,
wallet, not in our wallet. In their wallet. That's
oh
why
yeah.
they're refusing to let it go. Because I guarantee you, follow the money trail, it's gonna lead back.
Well, we're trying that because it doesn't make sense. There's so many people involved now, so many more community members. And remember, we were talking about this 4 years ago, Albert? And there are
Mm-hmm.
so many people now that are like, whoa, this isn't adding up. What's going on? So we
Yeah.
are doing a great job of getting the word out. The community's doing a great job in conserving water. Like, we're doing our part. We're doing our part. So one of the things that's coming up is I'm talking to city council members, at least the ones that will communicate with me about the petition to remove the mayor. We're ready to move
Mhm.
forward with that. We're hoping that we can convince them to put it on the March 17th agenda. The hard thing that I'm having right now is people not wanting to sign the petition because of retaliation. And I cannot blame them, because this has probably been one of the most retaliatory councils and city manager that the city of Corpus Christi has ever experienced. Um, there has been a development. I'm not sure if you saw, where the mayor was not invited to President Trump's uh, campaign uh, meeting. She did make a public comment about it, which was politics, politic word, you know, whatever that's called, word games. But she wasn't invited, and that's the truth. She wasn't invited. So,
That
um,
speaks volumes right there. Because every time
yeah.
I've ever seen him go to anywhere, the mayor's normally right there by his side. Walking
Mhm.
through, talking, explaining, like, and
Well, and
for her not to be
this was
invited.
Yeah, this was a campaign stop for Trump because he wants Eric Flores, which I'm not supporting that guy. He is an attorney and his firm represents child predators, and I have a problem with that. So I'm not I know that President Trump endorsed him, but I'm not going to support Eric Flores. I'm actually rooting for Luis and supporting Luis Buenteo because Luis
Mhm.
is from here. He's an immigrant from Mexico, but he's lived here for a long time. So, and he's lived in Harlingen. So he's lived in both areas of the district.
Yep.
And he already has relationships with the refineries. He has relationships with our Congressman Michael Cloud, and he already has established relationships with our local governments.
Yes.
He lives here in Corpus Christi. He lives here. So we need Luis Puenteo for Congress District 34 to be elected. Anyway, so President Trump was here because it was a campaign deal and he was endorsing his candidates. But a lot of council members did go, even though they may have not been invited, but they were still there. They were given the opportunity to sit, by the president and be close to the president. So it's just kind of hard. It's one of those things where, you're the mayor, this is the president of the United States. Um, make the attempt and show up. Make the
Yep.
attempt. And maybe because she didn't, that's the reason that President Trump was like, I'll run for mayor here in Corpus Christi. I don't know if you saw that video or not, but
I
it was
have
pretty
not.
funny.
I was actually out fishing, and I've seen some videos of him speaking on like the Port of Corpus Christi and how important it is, and also too, when he was at Whataburger. But
Mhm, mhm.
that was mainly about it. I haven't been
Well,
able to find that one spot where I can actually look at the whole speech.
the mayor actually lied too in her correspondence because she said that he supported the Inner Harbor, and he never brought it up. It was never brought up in his speech. He didn't really talk water all that much from what I understand. If I had people that were there in the front row, third row, and I said, what was his conversation about water? And he didn't say a whole lot about it. So for her to turn around and be like, hey, he's supporting us and in the Inner Harbor project, she's full of shit. And it makes me mad because it's like these people keep lying and nobody's calling them out.
Yeah.
So we are moving forward with the petition to remove the mayor. I have to submit articles of impeachment and give her ample opportunity to also come to the table. And I'm adding Ajit David, who is a petitioner against the city, to the petition so that he can testify. And so the council has one of three choices. They can remove her, they can suspend her, or they can do nothing at all.
Wow.
So I'm asking for a small, short-term suspension at minimum. At minimum, if they're too
Mhm.
concerned to remove her, I think that after she's going through some personal stuff with her only child, who's 20 years old, and that got brought to light yesterday. Usually, I steer very clear from people's children, because I think that's the right thing to do. But I do know that he's been struggling for a very long time, at least the last 3 or 4 years. Um, and when you grow up in a broken home, you already know, you're emotionally intelligent. So whenever a child is, getting into trouble, having run-ins, constant run-ins with the police, getting expelled from different schools, that's a cry for help. That's a cry for attention. And unfortunately, he's now 20 years old and he got himself in a position in the city of Lubbock, and mama doesn't have street cred over there. And so now, he's in trouble. Um so I know she's got a lot on her plate, but at the end of the day, a lot of people make fun of the young kids that are going to city council meetings and like, oh, they're indoctrinated by their university, or, oh, they're indoctrinated by, so and so. But at least these kids are showing up to they're fighting for themselves. They're fighting for their people their age. You know, her son got arrested for, wait for it, theft, domestic violence, and two charges of what is that called whenever you don't want to be arrested, you're fighting the police? Um
Oh, resisting
Resisting
arrest.
arrest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 4 counts total that he was arrested for.
Wow.
And I have sympathy, I have empathy for the kid. He's only 20 years old, but also, at some point as adults, we have to be there for our kids, especially when they're
Mm.
giving so many signals of distress. They're giving so many signals. They can't stay in a school. They're beating up their girlfriends. They're beating up other students. Like that. Those are huge, huge screams of,
Big,
"Hey, mom
big.
and dad, I need you."
Mm.
And so, it is what it is. But I think I'm gonna do one public signing, and I'm just gonna give people one opportunity. And if you want your name on the official petition, give people an opportunity to come and sign it. But I'm really, really concerned about retaliation from the mayor and the city manager and other city council members.
Well,
So,
we definitely got to do something because at the end of the day, we are being bullied by these
mhm,
people in office, and if we don't stand up today, we are going to pay for it for the rest of our lives.
yep,
Our natural lives, we're going to pay for it, and then our kids are going to pay for it because we are too scared to
to
step up.
speak up. Yep,
And
that's
I'm
where we're
sorry,
at.
that is not me. Like I'm done being bullied. I had to deal with that as a kid, from an
Mhm,
abusive father and
mhm,
all the other guys because I didn't know how to fight. And then when I finally learned, like I'm not about it. I'm not gonna
yep,
stand by. And I've done it multiple times. Like I've seen a guy, beating on his girl, and I intervened. Not once,
yeah,
not twice, probably half a dozen times. I'm not gonna have it.
yeah,
And it's the same for the city. We gotta stand up. We gotta stand united on this. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're looking at. At the end of the day, it's the safety of our city,
mhm,
our ability to maintain our bills because you said it the last time. Like these people make enough money that if they get a $50 increase on their bill, they're fine. The rest of us, man, like that's a
mhm,
whole tank of gas for 2 or 3 weeks. Like we're not
yep,
gonna be able to afford it.
yep.
So if you like the way
Well,
the bills are going now and they keep getting higher, then sit down and stay quiet. But if you want them to stop and start like getting control of this, you gotta go vote and
yeah.
vote these guys out.
And
Yeah.
tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day in the primary. I know if a lot of people don't vote parties, but that's it minimally I'm begging people to come out in November. Like we have got to come out for early voting in October and the November election because for some reason they're not listening to us. The last city council meeting was horrible. There's not going to be another one till March 17th, like I said. And
Why
I
so far away?
beats me. I'm kind of grateful for it though, because every time there's a meeting, we're getting chingalayed. But two of us as we're walking out going like, what's the point of all this if they're not hearing us? We're coming out as a majority, 7-1 against the location of this plant, and they're refusing to hear us. And so the only way we're going to be able to vote on desal is who we vote into office for the city. That's it. We vote the people that have stood against it, the location. None of us are against industry. None of us, we want them to come to the freaking table. It's time for
Mm,
them to come to the table. I said this in my public comment. We've been good stewards to industry. We're
yeah.
taking their shitty $20 an hour jobs. Take a drive up on I-37 corridor and look, it's all industry, all the way up and down. Look at Joe
Yeah.
Fulton corridor, all industry. Look at the new bridge, all industry. We've been accommodating to industry. Now it's their time to come to the table. And that's
So
all we're asking for.
I was in a conversation on Facebook, and they're putting out there that now they're saying that the industry is only using 50% of the water compared to the city. I'm like, well, where's your information coming from? And they posted up these graphs on that deal,
Mm-hmm.
but it only shows like last year. I'm like, no, I want to see the whole, like the last 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
because I guarantee you, industry was using a lot more in these last several years, because I've been up to Lake Mathis for probably 20 years, and it was always full. Why all of a sudden in the last
Mm-hmm.
couple of years that it was just it was just disappearing faster than, and again, we've had pretty much our normal rain for the last several years. Yes, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit lower on some, but not enough to drain all the lakes.
Well,
Something's going on.
the timeline is Gulf Coast Growth Ventures went online in January of 2021. Let me see if I can find this because I don't want to give you guys wrong dates. And we went into stage one restrictions by June.
Of
Where we
2021.
are, where we are in the position that we are in right now, because the city of Corpus Christi oversold our water. That is the truth. And if you talk to the honest council members, they will tell you the same thing. Peter
It's already been.
Zanoni,
Didn't they say it at the city council meeting that they
yeah,
oversold the water?
yeah. So all this propaganda that yes, it's been a drought, but it's because they're taking so much of our water. Now they're taking the groundwater. I mean, they're just taking it all. They're taking it all. And we're gonna have to step up. And so I'll be in touch on where I'm gonna have, if you want to sign if you're ballsy enough to sign the petition, I've got to find a place. It's got to be public because I can't do it at that's why I second guess coming to your shop. I'm like, I don't want to do
Mhm.
it at anybody's place of business because I don't want to cause them any distress. So I've got to find a place that's public that nobody can be hurt. And then just see who has enough cojones to sign the petition. And then,
Cole Park is big enough.
yeah, we'll see.
You know, a big park like that, there's always a ton of people there, especially like on a Saturday. There's probably 1,000 people there. And if we're out there talking about it, then we're going to have some ears listening.
Yeah. I've got to mull that over to see what to do. I'm really concerned about it because I just feel like I'd hate to be the cause of somebody getting retaliated against. But we have the signatures that are required by the city charter to move forward with the petition. I'm turning in the articles of impeachment. It's right here. I'm turning in the articles of impeachment tomorrow. And so hopefully we can start moving forward, but that's where we're at right now.
So does it require a certain amount of signatures
Mm,
to have it, or we're
5.
just getting, huh?
It required 5. I gave them 6.
No, no, I'm talking about, okay. So once it goes through that, then what's it like? I know I've seen places where they need like 1,000 signatures to
Mm-mm,
move forward after that.
mm-mm. Not for this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So like
But still,
for the greater good is doing that petition to remove the industrial district agreements, which I agree with. I think we need to quit giving them an out to not have to conserve. They should be paying a surcharge instead of getting a discount when we're in drought restrictions. So I do
yeah,
believe in that. And that to get it on, because that petition is to get it on the ballot so the community can vote on it.
nice.
My petition is to remove the mayor.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's two different things.
I was going to ask too on that deal, and I went and brain dead for a
That's
second.
okay. Which deal? The petition, the industrial district agreement petition to get it on the ballot in November?
No, besides moving the mayor, we're just trying to take one piece at a time. move the mayor, and then remove the city manager instead of
Mhm.
trying to do them all at the same time. Correct.
Right, right. Because you can't do it all at the same time because it'll be a detrimental impact to the community, to us, right?
And then
So
we end up
the
losing it all entirely. Yeah.
the intention is to set a precedent here, Albert, is we have to set a precedent that the citizenry of Corpus Christi is no longer willing to accept unethical public servants.
Yep.
That's what the petition to remove the mayor is for, is to say, hey, we know there's corruption. We know that it exists, but this is blatantly in our face. You lied under oath. The mayor lied under oath. She is not a good public servant for this community anymore. Because when somebody's willing to lie under oath, then why would she even bother telling the truth at any city council meeting?
Exactly. Yep.
So that's where we're at. I will keep you updated and you can let the group be updated so that way everybody's on the same page.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Keep us posted. And we'll definitely share it because I mean, there's a lot more groups besides us that are paying attention to what's going on and are
Yeah.
speaking up. Because, like you said before, when I first started going to these city council meetings, what 3 or 4 years ago, there was maybe 5 or 10 of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I went in the other day and I saw like 40, 50. I was like, hey, this is
Mm-hmm.
good. Like,
Yep.
it took a while, but I mean, it needs to be up there and we need to keep going more, guys. So,
And we got to
even
keep
again,
increasing the numbers. We need more
yeah.
people.
Yeah, and that's the only way to truly beat them. And you stated it. Even the councilman elect, he also stated it too. Man, there's more of us than there are of them.
Yep.
We should not be being dominated by them in any way, shape, or form. We elect them to those positions. We can remove them from those positions.
Exactly. Especially, and we need to get rid of them quick. If we see in 2 years, like Ban Canales, Barbara Canales, county judge, you one term, you show us who you are, bye bye. And we gotta start making these people one termers and then get them out the door and say, look, you prove to us that you're not representing us, so we're gonna move on. Thanks for your
Yep.
service. Bye bye.
Yeah, and they're not there long enough to truly screw us.
Right.
Like these guys have been. I mean, and this is crazy. God,
Yeah, these guys have held some type of office for 30 years. Like, it's
yep.
time for them to go.
I honestly didn't know that like Paulette Guajardo had been part of the city council for so many years. So one
2016,
day that
10
I was
years.
fed up of sitting inside there, and I walked through the halls, and they got the pictures for every year
Mm-hmm.
and who was on the city council,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see them. They're just moving. They're
Mm-hmm.
just same picture. They're just different seats, different. And I was like, that's when it dawned on me. I'm like, holy smokes! Like
That's what
they
I'm
go
telling
from
y'all.
District 4 to District 3 or
Yep.
District 1 to
At
District 2,
large,
and
and then the at large, and then the
yeah,
mayor, then the county commissioner, and then the Delmar Regents, and then the CCISD school board. I mean, all it's musical chairs with the same people. Hi,
yep,
Daniel.
yep, big time, yep,
Anyway, I'll let
yeah.
you guys get
So
to fishing talk. You guys enjoy the pier and fish on. Make sure you get
yeah,
you some.
hey,
But thanks, Albert.
they've been tearing up the pier. I mean, like the
Good.
fish on the pier is what I mean. Sharks, reds, sheephead, flounder, sand trout, speckled trout, pompano. Big
Wow.
pumps. Like I've seen some big pumps coming out. I'm like, geez, like wow.
They're
So
gonna
yeah,
figure it out soon and be like, nah, let's stay away from that pier, that new pier over there.
don't put out that memo.
No bananas.
Roger that. So when's the next? You said the meeting ain't for what? 2 weeks.
Three,
The
March
the next
17th.
on the
March 17th.
17th. Roger that. Okay,
I'm
because
gonna be
I
I'm gonna be
was
busy getting this petition ready and get it out the door. So
well. I would recommend Copart Pier on a Saturday because there is where we can hit a lot of people And they go out there because it's free recreation. You know what I mean?
Right.
They get to take the kids out, and we'll be able to hit a lot of those target audiences that we need to target to get the word out on it and stuff like that. And when you set that up, I'll pass the word on the channel too, so we can get more people out there to help out too. Because the more of us we have out there trying to get the word out, the better it's going to be. Instead of just
Yep.
one or two people, just there's an angry old lady or something, But if there's like
Yeah.
30 of us, it's going to be a lot easier to maintain
Yeah.
more people, more questions.
I'm gonna be allowed to use I'm gonna submit the 1,700 signatures on the online petition as
Mm.
evidence. So that's
Nice.
good. That's good. So, all right,
Yeah, so you
guys,
got
thanks.
1,700 on the online.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yep. 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 All
beautiful.
right. But let you guys get back to fish talk, and thanks again for accommodating this political talk. But we gotta be informed so we know how to fight.
We have to. We
Yeah.
definitely have to. And thank you again, Rachel,
All
for your
right.
time.
Bye,
Stay on it.
guys.
Stay on
See
it.
ya.
Thank you. All right, later.
Bye.
All right. All right, guys. So I am still here breaking weights, and this was a very informative video for what's happening here locally here in Corpus Christi, guys. It is horrible. What is like? We should not be in this position, and it is because the city council members allowed it to happen. They got too greedy, and now we're paying the price. So if we want change, honest change, guys, you got to get up and go vote. Especially if you're here locally, you got to do it. What also helps too is to sign up for the uh, public comment and let them know. You don't even have to speak. You can put your public comment right there in there. But what we'll do is we'll let them know, hey man, all these people that are here are against desal, and we're paying attention, and we're going to start voting you guys out of office because you are not holding up your end of the bargain as public servants, and that's what we voted you into position for. So yeah. uh any data centers getting baits you recommend? Oh, any data centers getting planned in Corpus? No idea on that. Going to Florida this weekend, what baits do you recommend? Ooh, I honestly I don't fish Florida, but I know a lot of the guys from Texas when they go to Florida, they take bonita, blackfin tuna, yellowfin tuna when they can get it. They also take count of stingray, jack crevalles. Yeah. Nope, not yet, not yet. I need to take off some because it's starting to get a little see through right there. So I think I'm gonna cut it down to about right there. So that'll be like another 4 inches off, and it should get a little thicker. And then I'll keep doing that until it's all right. So let's see. And Juan says flash fire. So I see two people on there that want to do a flash fire. If y'all are interested in it, we need 10 people to want to get in. If you're new to the channel, a flash fire is where we sell spots for $5 a piece, and it's winner take all for in-store credit here at Hard Life's Bait and Tackle. We sell Abbott reels, custom rods, braided line, all of our custom tackle from pompano leaders, trout and flounder rigs, redfish, black drum, redfish, jack crevalle, kingfish, snapper, catfish, like shark, cobia, amberjack. We got it all, guys. We got it all. So working it. NJ Fishing Maniac, what's up, boss? And as y'all can tell here, guys, I'm cleaning up weights. The 2 and 3 ounce. We actually got a order in this morning from Port A Outfitters for 100 pounds of 1, 2, 3 ounce, or 2, 3, and 4 ounce pyramids, and also two for 200 of the 3 ounce surf weights, 4 ounce surf weights, and 100 of the 6 ounce surf weights. I think that's what it was. I'm just trying to remember it off my head. I've been kind of working numbers on this pretty much all day over here. So we're running it. But again, guys, like I said, I just want to stop in a little bit, chit chat with y'all about, yes, ball haul pier, what I feel on the holes is they are needed. They are really needed uh, in doing it. Ooh, there's 20 for the flash fire. Come on, guys. Y'all want to do a flash fire? $5 buy-in. You can buy in right here through the super chat, and we hit 10 people. We got it. Reason why I do 10 people, guys, because it normally equates to about $200. And I've seen our flash fire, a $5 buy-in like this, go for like $1,700. So all it takes is a few people willing to play. All right, so let me get the paperwork over here, see where we're at. Let's see. Excuse me. Daniel Garcia for 20. Juan Salazar for 20. Uh, I'm at the river right now, fishing, hoping to catch some good fish today. Well, good luck out there, boss, for sure. All right, we got two people in. We're at $40. Need 8 more people to get it. If not, then we'll roll this over, but see if we can get it. I'm definitely game for it. I'll do it. We'll get, and flash fires are quick, guys. We normally give them about 15, 20 minutes. So we just started it a couple minutes ago. And y'all got, we'll do 17 minutes. Y'all got 17 minutes, guys. And we're at $40 right now for the flash fire. Oh, man. Game warden didn't give me high hopes since he's been to 3 different places and not seen anything. Wow. And what river are you on there, Night Hunter? Yeah, no, I've been seeing real good reports over here, but I mean, we're here in Corpus Christi. Saw some guys posting a red drum, black drum, pompano at the pier. Uh, they were doing pretty good. I don't know. Normally, when the guys start catching jacks on pins, they try to keep that quiet until they've already passed through, so the beach doesn't get packed. The only one that might post it on time would be Nick Myers, because he likes to post his catches on a daily. Um, Sabine River on the East Texas side. Roger that. Oh, sorry, I started yawning, guys. I'm already down half that cup right there, and it ain't kicked in yet. So, but if I could, I want to go hit the pier tomorrow. But with this order going, I might have to kick back till the following day. But we'll see. Definitely see. Oh, oh, nobody else want to get in the fire for tonight? I got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. It should be about the same time I finish off this tray. If not, I'll start another tray. And I got like 4 more trays over there that I got to get done. So, have you heard anything, Daniel? Oh, oh man! Wow! I hate yawning like this. Freaking sucks. For a mix of Raptor, hopefully this summer. Roger that. Yeah, that's a good one right there. We actually Uh, Going to be looking at some things too. We've got some more reels coming in. Uh, Man, it's been crazy with everything going on over here. Where we were dead there for about, it's been almost a month. Like we slowed down big time. And then all of a sudden this week, or last week, we had some good sales towards the end of the week and stuff like that. So I just got to keep fishing. So yeah, no, we're still looking. We're still only got Daniel and Juan Salazar for the flash fire tonight. Y'all got 13 more minutes. Need some anchor weights for the wire I broke. Used out, didn't rust or nothing. Just broke. What weights did the wires like that? What kind of weights were they, boss? We use stainless steel. We use 308 stainless. You can also use 316, but when you use 316, you can't be bending the wires like down or up. And same with the 308, but they're a little more forgiving. But if you use 316 or the harder steel like that, the wires tend to break off easier because you got to remember the sturdier the stainless is, the easier it's going to break. If it's pliable, it'll actually give a lot more, it'll give and take a bit more without it breaking. But if you go with real strong stainless, yes, they hold like a champ. But they break their legs off real easy, especially if you're trying to return them back to the down position for storage. That's why when you see me, I normally don't do that. Yeah. Did that information help you or no? We almost threw a weight onto the lens of my new phone over here. Oh, there it is. Well, this is almost one tray. Well, this will be one tray done of 2 and 3 ounce pyramids. Maybe 15 pounds, 12 pounds of weight per size at the 2 and 3. Mhm. I actually had a it was a compliment. You know, we had a guy getting back into fishing and came to our shop on Friday when I was out at Bob Hall Pier and bought some of our surf weights and headed out to Bob Hall Pier and he was using the old school pins on them and stuff and he was realizing like, man, these things they stick. But it was a good side by side comparison because his buddies didn't have my weights. They had some other kind of weights and they were not sticking as well, especially with the big waves and big wind that was happening. Their stuff kept drifting. So he had extra weights with him, and what he did was he let them use some of his weights, and then they realized what a good surf weight is. So, yeah, we'll be honest, guys. There's a lot of gimmick out there of what leader will do this for you, do that for you. You know what? We don't have that. We have actual use of being out there on the pier using what we use because we've tried this, tried that, and we've tried so many variations while on the pier before we finally came out with like, hey man, this is probably the best idea out of all of them for what we're doing and stuff like that. And that's why we sell them. It's not just because, oh, I think this would work or I think this is going to be cool. Now, it's we try it out there, and that's why you always see me fishing. And I'm out there. If something ain't going my way, I'm trying to figure out why it's not going my way. But again, too, it's not going to be happening just one trip. So that's why I'm trying to get in as many trips as I can before my main fishing trip, which will be this coming Friday. We have the Veterans and First Responders fishing trip on Bob Hall Pier. So if you know anybody, please send them our way to join in. And actually, I'm going to post up here on the channel the link, and I need to add it into uh, the description as well. But I'm gonna post up the link for so you can RSVP to join uh, the Veterans and First Responders Fishing deal. This helps us kind of keep track of how many people are going to show and stuff like that, and it works. It really works. Ooh, dang, not it does. It's too long. Well, there's a G at the end, and it's not doing it. So, if you saw on there, I added the comment to there. Oh, it actually did it. Okay. Oh, wow. Nice. It still did it. So there's the link. So that way you can go check out and RSVP there. That G was needed on there, but it still put it up there. Cool. Awesome. Because once it shrunk it down to that deal, it made it work. So, but I'll put that in the description here again. But just give you an idea, guys, how many weights I cleaned up. Tray was full. There's that. And now there's that. So, another tray and start sorting this out. But we have 7 minutes, guys. I got 7 minutes. Let me go and get this over here. And yo, I'm somewhat local fisherman. Just watched your Bob Hall Pier live. Which Bob Hall Pier live was it, boss? Because uh, later one, y'all leaving? Okay, you go out there, try something. Yeah, Bob Hall Pier is a little different. Yeah, bro. I was using stainless steel wire from the electrical lines, smaller gauge wire, but it was the only stainless I had at the time. It held, but will pull out sometimes. Okay, so what do you mean by pull out? Like it fell out of the weight, or just wouldn't hold where you were casting at? Juan, you have a good one, boss. Um, yep. Well, if it rolls over, boss, Daniel Garcia and Juan will have credit onto the fire drawing for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and we already started that one. Uh, Patrick actually came by and bought $100 worth of tickets. So tomorrow's fire drawing is already started and it's at $100. So let me go get another tray real quick, guys. Give me just a second. Oh, you live and fish in Rockport. You being silly cat. Yeah. So Tiger ran in front of me and she slid right in front of the door and started chilling right there. Yep. So even Tiger's having a good time today. Right on. All right. All right, guys. 5 minutes. I don't think we're going to hit the flash fire for tonight, so we'll just add those funds and carry it on for tomorrow. And tomorrow, ooh, I might be fishing tomorrow, so it might be Wednesday when I can do the flash fire, guys. And remember, I might not be here Friday. I actually pretty much count on it. I'm not going to be here Friday, so tomorrow may be the only fire drawing we do this week because I'm planning. I got the veterans fishing trip on Friday, but we're already letting them know, hey guys, if y'all want to fish later than noon, if we're out there smoking the fish, y'all are more than welcome to stay. So we're planning to stay later, and we also got some special guests coming in. Yes, we got some special guests coming in for this fishing event, guys. So stay tuned. Don't want to let out too much out of the bag. Right on, right on. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So again, guys, go out and vote. Please go out and vote for change in the positive direction, guys, that we are going. We need to definitely speak up because otherwise we cannot be mad when things are not going our way because we didn't get out and vote. So, all right, guys, I will see y'all later. It looks like we're not going to hit that flash fire in 2 minutes or 1 minute, 2 minutes. So, it would pull out of the sand the 8-ounce skill net lids as a sinker. Oh, okay. So you were folding up the wire and then you were putting the weight around it to hold it in place. Yeah. Okay. If you can, send me pictures to the teamhardlife1@gmail.com and maybe I can help you out there, boss. Uh, but yeah, pink swag kills. Um, have you been to Bob Hall Pier yet? If you haven't, it's a great pier to learn a lot of different styles of fishing. We got king fishing, got shark fishing, bottom red fishing and stuff like that. Tarpon, Jack Crevalle. It, it, that's what I don't get. Why they have, a 4 rod limit on that pier. There's so many ways to fish that pier. There's so many ways. Like we got slide lining, we got jigging rods, we've got bottom bait fishing for reds and drum and stuff like that. You've got big shark rigs, like, and if you just take one of each, you still can't accomplish all the different styles of fishing. And trying to use, these type of reels for this type of fishing, sometimes it's just way overkill, and it's a nuisance. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So I don't know. It really, I don't know. It really sucks. I know back in the day they used to let shark fishermen on for free on the pier, and it was awesome because they would get their money back tenfold. They would get their money back for allowing us to be on the pier for free with as many rods as we wanted, because they knew as soon as we caught a monster shark, 1,000 people would go up there, and that was way more money than they would make by holding everybody to the count per rod and per person and this and that. They knew it increased the chances of us catching and bringing more people to the pier. I don't know. We'll see what's up. I'm going to keep rocking on it. As soon as I can find out more information, I'll let y'all know, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to go ahead and call it a night over here, guys, because I don't like yawning. I don't know why. It was just getting bad there for a minute. I stopped, but oh, I don't want to keep doing it, guys. All right. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, guys.